It's Café Anyway. Welcome to Café Anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Episode 3253, 3253, and Mike Matthews here at Café Anyway somewhere.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
In podCastro Valley, broadcasting from the last place on earth. It's Mike Matthews. Thank you for listening to the show here in Ameritopica. We're going to have a great time. We're going to talk about things. We're going to talk about stuff. I would say that the world is going crazy, but you know, that's nothing new. And to say that's kind of lazy. So what I should say though is SpaceX. They're trying to, of course,
Mike's Daily Podcast.
boldly go where no one has gone before, but they will not go public. That's one thing they won't go
Mike's
until the planets
Daily
literally align.
Podcast.
That's in mid-June.
Yeah.
Because Jupiter and Venus will be in conjunction. SpaceX is seeking to raise up $50 billion at a valuation of roughly $1.5 trillion. They're doing the reusable rockets. They got a trip to space. They got Starlink, which a lot of people that when they do the podcasting, or let's just say they're not podcasting. See, now even I am now lazy-brained and keep thinking that videos are podcasts, but they're not. They're videos. Podcast is a whole thing. It's a recording that you do with microphones and you post it so people can listen to when they're driving to work and stuck in all that commuter traffic or driving cross country or whatever. But these YouTubers that do the travel thing and they're staying, let's say, overnight in a hotel, or maybe they've got their little RV thing going on, they will use the link to go and to talk to people. Oh, wait, I got sidetracked. Looks like my cousin from Germany wants to talk to me. I haven't talked to her in a while, and she's over in Germany, and we use the Instagram to chat, so I'm going to chat with her, I think, and find out what's going on.
And here's today's podcast picture.
Oh, we got a big old truck. We got a big old...
Anarchy! I don't even know what that means, but I love it.
What do they call that? What was that song? We got a convoy. We got issues with my microphone. Here we go. Okay.
I got to go. A couple of cases of Tylenol fell off a truck, and now I got to figure out how to put autism in them.
We got a big old truck backing up outside a cafe anyway. We're having a lot of that lately because of the neighbors. Both of my neighbors have been doing a lot of work lately. And oh, that's so much fun and annoying in so many ways. But the late great Basil the Boxer, I don't know if he went to this place that I have in the podcast picture. I don't know if we may have driven through Albany. We never made it to Albany Hill. A very cool hill with lots of eucalyptus trees on it. And it sits there just north of Berkeley. You can see a picture of it, mikesdailypodcast.com. I was there a couple of weeks ago. Okay, we are going to have Annki on in a little bit. It's going to be awesome.
No, that's legit.
On Café Anyway's very own Mike's Daily Podcast show. I just saw somebody on Instagram whom I've known for a while, who I've had on the podcast, say, I've been 21 years old for the past 10 years. Yeah, because you're in your 30s, okay? You make it into your 40s. You may still look a little bit like you're in your 20s, a little bit. When the 50s hit, look out. When you hit your 50s, that's when everything starts to change, baby. And you gotta be ready, because it ain't gonna be that way forever. Sorry. Even Dick Clark. I knew Dick Clark. I met him once, and I was actually standing behind him when Garth Brooks got his his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And I was standing right behind him. And I go, well, yeah, you know, I see some wrinkles on the back of his neck, because I was standing right behind him. So I thought, it's the TV. Maybe the way that he filmed himself. He made sure not to show too many wrinkles. But you know what? Embrace aging is what it's all about. is what you should do. Someone who embraces aging, I think, is this fantastic actress.
Hi there. This is Winona Ryder.
Yeah.
And you're listening to Mike's Daily Podcast.
Yes.
He's talking to you from Café Anyway in Podcastro Valley. I sure could use a cup of coffee. Mike, can I get a cup of coffee?
I will get you one now. I am the barista at Café Anyway and the cook. So I will bring you a drink from this hot cup of coffee that's been sitting on this hot plate for a long time. Probably don't want to drink it. But that's what I'm saying is my neighbors are going crazy. One of them's moving out. Another one said, I'm going to repaint everything. So all week long, workers starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. And, you should be up by 8 o'clock, Mike, on a work week. Well, let's just say I may be up, but not ready to hear hammering at 8 o'clock in the morning. So a lot of that been going on around Café Anyway, somewhere in Podcastro Valley. So you were hearing me mention the reusable rockets. Tesla, by the way, that is doing the SpaceX. They got that. They're getting rid of an X, not the social media channel, which you can find me on at Mike Talks or at Mike's Daily Pod. And you can find out more at mikesdailypodcast.com. Oh, in the podcast picture today.
Coffee and contemplation. Flow.
That's right. Here. Oh, more coffee for you too. Okay. Everybody wants a little coffee at Café Anyway. Yes, you can catch the picture at mikesdailypodcast.com and all the past podcasts. So Tesla is going to discontinue the Model X vehicle. That's happening not now, but like in a couple of months. I think this is April, the second quarter. Also going to discontinue the Model S in Fremont, California. That's where I go to work every day. Not at Tesla, but I work at some radio stations in Fremont. Fremont just to the south of us here from Podcastro Valley in the Bay Area. Fremont's production space is built. They're going to build humanoid Optimus robots. As we go outside of Café Anyway, where we bring you Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcastro Valley, the last place on earth in the land of Ameritopica. Yeah, Fremont's production space is going to start building the humanoid Optimus robots. Perhaps you've heard about them. They are these robots that look like humans, thus the name humanoid. And yes,
anyway,
it's weird. Café Anyway, we live in 2026 now. And we're finally now going to start seeing robots actually walking around. Although some people say that the Tesla robot design is not the best. It's a little wonky and may not be what it's promised to be. They may be fudging it when they do the whole display, when they show it at shows and stuff, that maybe there's some trickery going on in the background. But Tesla has been facing declining vehicle sales, and they have staked their future on driverless cars and their AI robots. So much for that Tesla that you wanted to buy. Because now the prices are going to start really going up. The Model S Tesla...
I don't understand you people. I mean, all these picky little points you keep bringing up, they don't mean nothing.
Well, this is an interesting picky little point, that the Model S is going up $100,000 plus. That is Tesla's luxury sedan. And then the Model X, that is an SUV with gull-wing doors. That will be going up $100,000 plus. These models don't sell nearly as well as the Model 3 and the Model Y. Now, you understand why all these letters were picked by Elon Musk. It's because they spell out sexy. The Model 3 is technically an E if you flip it around. So, Model S, E, X, Y, you have sexy. Ta-da. Fascinating. And what else did we find that's interesting? Millions of Americans are ditching cable company internet and getting rid of things like Comcast. I got rid of Comcast a while ago because they They kept...
Do you have any safe spaces?
Safe spaces?
Yes, where people can go to get away from the colonialist mentality. As long as there's a diversity, equity, and inclusion policy, we'll be fine.
That's all we want. Comcast kept boosting their prices all the time. And I said, I'm going to leave. And I did. I went to AT&T and they were worse. Don't ever use AT&T internet. Oh my gosh. It was out for a month. The internet was out for a month. And they didn't finally start moving on getting it fixed until I reported them to the Better Business Bureau. And some lady in Texas called me. I think she was the CEO. And she said, oh, what can we do to make this right? I'll send someone over right now. Well, you should have done that weeks ago. Comcast has lost 545,000 broadband subscribers. That would be people using the cable modem. They have lost them in the past year, and 1 million plus customers over the past 3 years. People finally have real alternatives like 5G home internet. I have no idea what that is, but I'm guessing it's something like what my phone uses, the 5G, so people are just going with that. It's cheaper, simpler, and often just as fast. I'm using Sonic right now.
You are technically correct.
I am.
The best kind of correct.
And they've been technically great so far. We've had basically no downtime at all. If something does go down, they bring it up, back it up. They fix it right away. And if you live longer, because that's what this all is coming down to in this podcast, is trying to live longer. The U.S. life expectancy has climbed to a record 79 years. You are expected to live at least 79 years here in America, driven largely by declining deaths from COVID-19 and declining deaths from drug overdoses. The life expectancy age of 65 is what men can... Oh, wait, what? Oh, men now can be expected to get to 81 years, and women can live up to 83 years is what they're expecting now. For somebody at the age of 65 now, they should be able to...
Wow, that's wild.
Yes, it's wild. They could make it to 81 if they're a male and 83 if they're a woman. Are they going to be a billionaire, though? Maybe if they're an Olympian. Ooh, we're going to find out a little bit more about the Olympics from someone actually close to where the Olympics are taking place. But first, and someone that was actually at where the Olympics are taking place recently. But billionaires are giving U.S. Olympians $200,000 each.
Note to self.
Team USA racks up more Olympic medals than any other country in the world. More than any other country in the world. Athletes scrape by on tiny sponsorships. Did you know that? Yeah, tiny sponsorships. Or even part-time jobs.
I can't believe...
Yeah.
What the hell is this place anyway?
That's crazy. Chasing their Olympic dream. But they're also sacrificing building a stable career in the process of chasing an Olympic dream. Then there is Ross Stevens, who's committing $100 million to support U.S. Olympic and Paralympic athletes, no matter how they place. Every athlete gets $200,000 for every Olympic game that they qualify for, thanks to Ross Stevens. Half of that is paid 20 years after their first games or when they turn 45, whichever comes later. The other $100,000 becomes a guaranteed benefit for their families after they pass away. And then there is, if you get the gold, you get $37,500. You get $22,500 for silver, and for bronze, you still get $15,000. Poland gives medalists an investment-grade diamond.
That's enough. Put down the mic.
Wait, because I was talking about Poland. You don't like that when I talk about Poland? They give you investment-grade diamond. They give you an investment-grade diamond if you win a medal in Poland, and they give you a painting. It's like, we're going to give you a puppy and a pie. I don't know. South Korea exempts their medalists. Anybody who wins a medal, they get exempted from doing the mandatory military service. And in Kazakhstan, they reward the medalist. There was a judo gold medalist by the name of Yeldo Smetov. They gave him 100 thoroughbred horses and a Lexus for winning the gold. And speaking of the Olympics, let's talk to someone who was at where the Olympics are being held recently, right now.
Into an interview.
We're speaking with world-renowned traveler, my cousin, Annki.
Hi.
And what's the thing you say at the beginning of my show? You say, Mike's Daily
Podcast.
That's her. She's a celebrity. All right, so we have her on because she went to Milan just before the Olympics. And since she's basically someone who saw something firsthand, and maybe not everybody that listens to Mike's Daily Podcast gets out of the house much, let's hear from Annki. Annki, what was it like in Milan? You were there last weekend, just before the Olympics started. So what
exactly?
What was it like? What were you doing there?
Well, actually, I had one day off, and as I want to be a good teacher, I had to travel for 3 days to Milan.
Oh.
And we didn't notice there were taking place the Olympic Games until we got out of the airport and saw the big commercial.
There's like a big billboard or something. Yeah.
Exactly. When you go to the tunnel, to the trains, you see this Olympic symbol very big.
Wow. But other than that, you didn't see like extra police or any...
Yeah, there were a lot of police like telling, like on the train stations, looking for people who wanted to sleep there or so.
Oh.
And trying to like tidy up a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
At least it looked like.
Oh. So there were...
And it was like super crowded, all the city, but I think it might be always is. And yeah, what I thought was really impressive, people are staying outside. They had about 5 degrees Celsius, and people were sitting outside in restaurants having their breakfast or dinner or whatever in like a thin jacket, just sitting there enjoying their lives.
Oh, wow.
And I thought it was so impressive.
Now, wait, 0 degrees Celsius is freezing. Is that where water
freezing? Exactly.
Okay, because we do
it's like what your fridge has inside, not your freezer, but your fridge.
Oh, so 0 degrees Celsius is not water freezing, but just very, very cold. Or and then so it sounds like people were outside in the very cold air, probably like 40s.
Exactly, because it's Italian lifestyle to sit outside and have nice food and drinks and sit outside, and they just do it. Doesn't matter how the weather is like. It's crazy.
What did you do? Like did you visit museums, or what were you doing there? Did you see any interesting old buildings, or were you? What do you do when you visit Milan? Do you buy clothes?
Well, yeah. I think that's the thing about Milan. Actually, I did buy clothes, and I did buy like books, like a children's book, because I try to learn Italian.
Oh.
And with a children's book, it's a lot of fun. And we saw like the cathedral and this spots everybody knows, but we were walking just a lot around and having Italian food and coffee and pasta and like enjoying being in Italy.
Oh, what fun. Did you learn any interesting phrases or Italian sayings? Or because
I can order a coffee, and in Italy you just pay €1 something. It's by law. You can't pay more for a coffee you drink standing next to the bar. And then you have to say, un café al banco, per favore.
Oh, that means...
And then you get a coffee standing and you pay like between €1 and €1. I think 50 is most you are allowed to pay for coffee.
Oh, but you can't walk around with the coffee. You got to stay there.
Oh, no. You can walk around as well. You can get it in a to-go cup, I guess. But this like standing there and not sitting down, they have this price by law which can't rise.
Wow. Okay. So unlike here in America where Starbucks is always hiking their prices higher and higher.
Yeah, exactly. They are not allowed to.
Oh, Rocky the cat wanted to say hi.
Hi, Rocky.
Rocky's just visiting. He never talks, though. So you'll have to take my word for it that he's here. Wow, he heard all this Milan talk, and he wants to hear about are there lots of cool cats in Milan?
Actually, I didn't saw any cats.
No cats, okay.
No, not at all.
And did you see any celebrities?
As I am not good with celebrities, might have been, but I didn't recognize them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have a friend who is so good at spotting celebrities.
Oh, nice.
But not people that are really, really famous, but maybe someone that you saw on TV, on a TV show that's in the background. You know, someone who... that's nice. That's the guy that was selling coffee in that one episode of Sopranos or whatever. You know, he could remember that. But
funny.
Well, it sounds like Milan was a wonderful trip, and you're going on more fantastic trip. You've been already to New Zealand and Argentina, and you visited me a couple of years. Actually, it was 2 years ago that you were here.
It was 2 years ago, more or less exactly 2 years ago.
Wow.
Yes. So cool. And we did this photo again. We did 14 years ago or so already. Yeah, that was amazing. I found the old shirt. So we took a picture back in 2012. Yeah. Yes.
And I still had the shirt. I don't know if you still had the shirt that you were wearing.
No, I don't have it anymore.
And we got a picture over there at Pier 39 in San Francisco. and I'm a little grayer. You looked exactly the same.
No, definitely not. I looked way older. 7 years working as a teacher hit me hard.
No. Well, and everybody that's listening, Annki is a teacher in Hamburg, teaching the young German kids. And you teach Spanish
and German.
Wow. Neither language. I need help.
No, you're doing great.
I should take more lessons from Annki. I get German lessons from you. I get Spanish lessons from my lovely lady friend. And
awesome.
Also just living in the Bay Area, you hear a lot of Spanish. So, but
perfect.
Thank you for being on the show and stopping by.
Thank you.
Burger Master.
Good morning, Mr. Matthews.
And children, after we just talked to Annki, look who's here. Hello, Michael Matthews. It's Madame Rootabega, and it's awesome when you are having your relatives on the show, Michael Matthews. Ooh! Yes, it's great to talk to Annki. Do you like Annki? Yes. Do you like Milan? Yes. Do you like Melania? No. Now, are we talking about the one that's married to Trump or just any random Melania? She walked away. I guess people weren't that big fan. They weren't the biggest fans of the movie, but they still made a lot of money. The folks that, let's see, the subject matter got a lot of money from making the movie. I don't know if the movie pulled in a lot of money, but the thing is, if you're like a big fan of the president and of his wife, you were probably, ooh, wow. And if you like fashion, like the stuff that people buy in Milan, maybe you're into the whole Melania thing. I don't know. But it was interesting because the movie came out a couple weeks ago. The very next week, I heard nothing about it. So I don't know if that's the media that hates all things Trump that decided not to cover anything, or if that was just, well, why would we go see a movie about the First Lady? Any First Lady? I don't know. So I did watch some of the Meghan Markle, Harry, the guy, Prince Harry. The guy's last name is Burgermaster. And then watched that. It was like the first episode and was kind of interested. And then by the second episode, my lovely lady friend and I were, then this is enough. We don't need to see. Even though apparently they have produced a very interesting documentary about Girl Scout cookies and the kids that sell Girl Scout cookies, the parents involved and all of that, which sounds interesting to see. And now, look who else is here. Hello there, Mike. This is Valentino. And this is Bison Bentley. Do you know that? Mike, we really enjoyed listening to Annki. She's got a great voice. Yeah, a great voice. Do you know that? You guys have great voices, too.
Try to get me.
No, there's no reason to laugh like that. At the fine Bison Bentley and the fine Valentino and Madame Rootabega. I think, you know what, it's a fine place to stop the podcast and end it for today. What do you think? If you would like to chime in, here's the number to call.
Call Mike at the Café Anyway hotline. Area code 510-228-4640.
And with all things having to do with Mike's Daily Podcast, we go to the main frame and hear from A-Frame. Thank you for listening.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at mikesdailypodcast.com.
Email Mike now at mikesdailypodcast@gmail.com.
See you tomorrow. Bye.